Good morning, Blaze. What up, False Potato? How you guys doing? Good morning, Andre. Daedalus. Hey, Arigov. Good to see you, man. What was I doing here? Good morning. Poof. Is that anything new? Taewhoasked. I can't believe they're actually pumping out ML Taeyou. I hope he's good. I hope he's actually not good. I hope he's really, really bad. I would like to skip him. I don't have a lot of mystics. Hey, Haxor. I have mixed feelings about next month. It's kind of mid. That's the news I wanted to hear. I'm super excited about... There's a custom group summon coming? Okay, you know what? We need to jump in before all the good stuff gets spoiled. Let me set my guild stuff up and then we'll go do that. I tell you, I knew it. I knew they were going to do a custom group summon before they did a Lua banner. Or Laya banner. Everyone's like, where's Laya? Where's Laya? It's like, they gotta do the group summon first so they can exclude Laya from it, and then they can sell us Laya later. There's a order of operations to these things. Ugh, fighting spirit, really? Yuck. That's what I think, False. That's what I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these patch notes. Hang on here, I'll pull these up. Boop. All right. So, wow. There is maintenance tonight, so make sure you get your Guild Wars done early. Remember, this is the last week of Guild Wars, so it's your last shot at getting Mystics for Taewhoasked. Another free buff event weekend, nice. Or another buff weekend with free unequip is what I meant. Microcosm on my screen, pack limited sale. Microcosm on my screen, pack limited sale. Okay, well look at that. Custom group summon pack. Custom group summon, guys. Command model Leica and glow wings. There's the content everybody wanted. Okay, so command model Leica and glow wings, right? This unit's not good. This artifact's not good. Skip it. They're not good. Just not worth. Not worth. And custom summon pack. Let's analyze this and see if it's any good. Oh, and by it I mean they. Holy crap, there's a lot of them. Okay, so looks like you can buy these two packs twice and the hot summon deal one once. So the hot summon deal is 9 days of 10 pull, or sorry, a week of 10 pulls, a couple Molagora, and some catalysts. This is going to be cheap. This will probably be 20 bucks. Might even be 10 bucks. This is one where they are angling to try to get newer players into spending, so I bet you this is only $10 to $15. If it's 20 bucks, I think it's overpriced. But if it's 10 to 15 bucks, you know, and you got money to spend, go for it. And this is group 1. You can buy this one twice. So what do we got? 100 bookmarks, 10 mola, 20 leafs, selection chests. This will be $30 to $50. I fear this will be $50 because of how much they overvalue mana stones, but I think it'll be $30. I really do, simply because you can purchase it twice. If it's $50, it's a hard skip. These are not worth $20, and that's basically what they think these things are worth. I'm just really hard on mana stones. Even though the past couple times I've used them, they've worked out for me. I think they're a scam, and they should not be in the game. But since you can buy it twice, it really makes me think this is 30, and that this one is going to be 50. Oh, no, never mind. Unknown Slate and Bottle of Knowledge. This is $100 crap. You're right. You guys are right. Chat is right once again. So 10 to 20, 20 to 30, or 10 to 20, 30 to 50, and then 100. If they sell this for 50, I'll be blown away. 150 powder, a slate. Now, this is a $100 pack, and if this is a $100 pack, this is probably a $50 pack, which makes kind of, you know, Summon Pack 3 or Summon Pack 2 kind of the better value of them because of the addition of the powder and the increased amount of bookmarks. But this one, if this one's under $20, I think this one's pretty good value too. This one right here in the middle, though, I'm not feeling it. It doesn't feel like a good pack. Okay, let's find out what the Microcosm on my screen limited pack is about. So they're selling us more bunnies to make up for the fact that they screwed up and miscounted before, and you could only get the only way you could get the only way you could get all of the event done was to buy the $100 pack before. So this fixes that, I'm assuming. But yeah, it's got an art piece with it. So this is going to be 900 Sky Stones, guys. Because it's got a lobby animation. So 900 Sky Stones for 5 leafs and 10 more bunnies. Don't waste 900 Sky Stones on this unless you like the art. If you like the art, then by all means get it. But that's really all that's worth. 10 bunnies and 5 leafs, I don't feel is worth 900 Sky Stones. Sky Stones are very important. We got a custom group summon coming. We probably have a collab coming. There's a lot of stuff rolling our way that eats up Sky Stones. Not to mention skins are promised. We got skins that supposedly are coming out in the near future that you'll need Sky Stones to buy. So really only get this if you like the art and you plan to use it. And yet again, buff weekend and free on equip. So for those of you who still have leafs left, something to farm this weekend. Maintenance tonight. Get your Guild Wars done. Game will be going down at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And the updated content. Let's check out the updated content. Let's take a look at what we have in store for you this week. Players will be able to view these updates after the maintenance on 2/27. Mother of God, it's back. Ancient Inheritance. An entrance to the hidden dimension has been discovered, where the history of Orbis and mysteries of the mysterious events await you. Embark on explorations with fellow guild members as you delve into the hidden dimensions of Ancient Dragon's Tomb. That's right, it's the exact same one. Ancient Dragon's Tomb. Again. Why don't they rotate these? Why don't we do the old one then the new one so it at least feels kind of new and lively? But yeah, if you are not in a guild, get in a guild, because you'll want to be in a guild for Ancient Inheritance, and holy crap, there's like no warning whatsoever. This happens on Monday. So if you want to get it, you want to get into a good organized guild, use my link to jump into my Discord. There's tons of guilds there that are recruiting across all the servers and all levels of play. Find a guild and get in a guild. Ancient Inheritance is not something you want to go into unprepared. if you're in a guild that's not living up to your expectations, it's going to feel real bad. Looks like, oh, counter and immunity. 2 really good sets this time, too, guys. Holy smokes. They show us anything about the... They don't show us stats yet. But I tell you what, man. Ancient Inheritance gear rolls really well, and the stats are usually really good. So this is something you're going to want. Make sure you get into a guild. I will put out a separate video to prep you guys and get you ready for Ancient Inheritance. But for those of you who are brand new of it, basics of it is everybody in the guild works on this dungeon and you all achieve goals and everybody gets rewards for people working together. So you don't want to be in some hump guild that's only got like 5 active members and a couple of people that, you know, just log in and do summons and leave. You want to be in an active guild, a guild ideally that has a Discord, a guild that is going to be pushing to complete it. Any guild of any power level, it could be an all newbie guild, can complete this. Because of the crazy balancing mechanics AI has, everybody competes on the same level. It's kind of like draft mode RTA, right? We all use the same stats. You just got to have the units. It makes it really easy. So no matter what guild you're in, as long as they're active, you should be able to complete. Don't worry about, like, you don't have to be in, like, talentless, right? You don't have to be in a top tier guild to get all the rewards done. Everybody can get the rewards done as long as you've got the bodies, as long as you've got active members. So get into a decent guild. Okay. And here it is, guys. Custom group summon. A little bit scummy, I think, right? Everybody's been saying, where's Laia? We should have Laia by now. She was a Valentine's Day unit last year. Why don't we have Laia? Well, this is why. This is why. Because to be on the custom group summon, you have to have had 2 banners. Laia's only ever had 1 banner, so Laia will not be on the custom group summon unless they really pull a fast one on us and change the rules. Laia will not be on it. So, that means very likely once the custom group summon goes away, a Laia banner is going to magically show up. I mean, it's scummy, but it's gacha games, right? I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. Second, guys. Okay. But yeah, it's just the way it works. Anyway, wow. And that the custom group summon is happening like right after maintenance. Holy crap. Okay, so the way a custom group summon works, for those of you who have never had one of these happen before, it's a regular banner, except you get to populate the banner with 3 units. So in other words, you go in and you select the 3 units that you want, and it's every unit in the game that's not a collab and that's had 2 or more banners. So if it's had 2 or more banners and it's not a collab, it's in. That means all the limiteds, right? You want your DN, you want your Seaside Bologna, you want your Greenlandy, you can slide them in there. You can fish for specific artifacts based on the unit. And once you and it doesn't have to be just limited, it can be anybody. You could put Genua in there, you could put Elvira in there, you could put any unit in there as long as it's had 2 banners. And once you select them and lock them in, that becomes your banner. And you start doing these summons, right? And every summon you do, you get 1 Mirage coin. There is no pity, right? You just get a Mirage coin for every summon you do. So you do 50 summons, you'll get 50 Mirage coins. Now, what you're hoping is that while you're summoning, you randomly get one of these units. If you get a 5-star, it'll guaranteed be one of the units you selected. If you get a 5-star artifact, it'll guaranteed be off-banner because they're still off-banner artifacts. But yeah, it is a boosted rate up for artifacts, but you still can go off-banner on the artifacts, as awful as that is. But every summon you get a Mirage coin, and once you've spent the Mirage coins, you can go into the Mirage coin shop, and you can spend those coins. And you can see for 120 coins... which is 600 summons, right? Or sorry, which is 600 bookmarks. For 120 summons, or 120 summons, basically one summon better than pity, right? It's not 121 club, it's 120 club. You can select and purchase the hero you want. So what your goal is, right, is you start summoning and you want all 3 of these units. You start summoning, and on the way to 120 summons, on the way to technical pity, you pick up 1 or 2 of the units, and then you can buy the 3rd unit with your Mirage coins. Or ideally, you hit the unit you want, and then for 100 Mirage coins, you can buy the artifact that you want. This will eat you alive. You will chase all the way down this list, spending so many bookmarks. It'll bleed you dry. Custom summons are at this time of year for a reason. You know, if you're saving for a collab, be careful. A lot of people call these scams, but it is the only way to get limited units in this game, because Smilegate does not rerun old limited banners. So if you want one of these past limited units or past limited artifacts, this is how you do it. And if you summon and you do like 20 summons and you get everything, the only thing you wanted was DN. You had everything else. You just wanted to do it. And 20 summons, you luck sack, you get DN. You still have your 20 Mirage coins. You don't have to go all the way down to get artifacts. You don't have to go. You can just spend 20, grab an equipment charm. Grab 4 leafs. You can do that kind of stuff too. You can even spend it on gold. So it is kind of nice for that. Rates are the same. You know, it's a 1% chance, same as any other banner, but it's split evenly between the heroes you select. And you know, it's a 1% chance split evenly. See, this is such a scummy thing. You'll notice the only 5 stars available are selected 5-star, selected 5-star, selected 5-star. But for artifacts, it's selected 5, selected 5, selected 5, and off banner. You can get off banner from the custom on artifacts, so be aware of that. You can be pulling for a specific artifact, and you wind up with another Iron Fan. And one more time for the people in the back who may have missed it, it'll be every unit in the game that is not limited, not a special event artifact like, you know, the free ones, and not a... Sorry. It'll be every unit that's in the game that's not a collab unit, that's not a special unit, like you can't summon a Ross, and that has had 2 or more banners. So if it's had less than 2 banners, like Fene has had less than 2 banners, like Laya has had less than 2 banners, they will not be on here because they've only had 1 banner. You gotta have had 2 or more banners to be on this thing. This is a way to get older units, not to get things that have just recently happened. So yeah, no Asflan, no Frida, no Wukong. Creating a banner doesn't count. Wukong won't be on here. They've got to actually have had a rerun. All right. I'll do a separate dedicated video about the custom group summon with a tier list. We'll talk about that too. But yeah, a lot of people are going to be really upset there's no Laya on this, but that's just the way it is. That's so that they can do Laya next as their own standalone banner. We talked about Glow Wings and Command Malalaika, totally skippable. Special side story week 3 starts. That's always fun. So far, this story's been pretty fire. I've been enjoying it. Week 2 is kind of ended on. It didn't feel like an ending. It's just suddenly it stopped in the middle of a paragraph. So hopefully week 3 picks it back up, because week 1 the story was a lot of fun. Week 2 is still fun, but interested to see where it goes. Tori, more Tori story. Where is this skin? Why don't we have this skin in the game? I like this piece of art so much. I think this is so much better than her base art. Come on, Smilegate, get with it. Give us a Tori skin. Guild War season ends. So remember, Guild War season is ending, and then there is an entire 1-week gap between when Guild War ends and when new Guild War starts. And so Guild War is ending. Oh, my mistake. Guild War ends next week. I thought it was this week. So next week is the last week of Guild Wars. Then we're going to have 3 days, you know, a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, where there's no Guild Wars, to basically get them to load the system, make sure all the assets are in there properly. And then on the 17th, we start preseason with the new system. Okay, who's going into the koi shop? Hua Young, for people who want to imprint their Hua. Charles and Violet for people in imprint their remnant violets. Yay. I mean, I guess people who missed out on the Last Rider Crow. Top model Lulika is actually really, really good if you have the speed gear, and Flan, she's okay. She had her chance and people screwed her out of it. Okay, there's your coin shop rotation. And we are going back to Brutal Ferris, so fire, Blooming Snag Lich, so earth, yay. And Pain Pursuer Moroi, which is the light one, so fire, earth, and light for the new expedition rotations starting on Monday. And other improvements and adjustments. An additional 2 weeks will be added to the ongoing tour. Oh, okay, so that means an additional 40. That gets us up to 96. So you now have enough bunnies without spending any money. So that's good. This was a big complaint from the community. They had set it up so that the only way to complete the daily login event was to buy packs. And you can think it was accidental, that they're just bad with math, or you can think that it was intentional, that they were trying to convince people to buy packs. The only way to do it's buy packs, better spend anyway. And now that they've roped those people in, they're trying to quell frayed nerves by giving you the extra ones. I'm not going to read too much into it. I'm just glad that. Oh wait. This is just Tori's limited rate up. This isn't the bunny thing. Hang on. Please note that the overall limited summon period is unchanged. Assigned issuer. Okay, so Tori's limited banner will be extended by 2 weeks. So they're just. I did think it was kind of odd that 4 weeks of an event only had a 2 week long banner, right? So this is just extending Tori over the entire duration of her event. Well, what about the bunnies, though? An improvement will be made to 5-star Tori's Heart of a Grey skill animation. Oh, good. Are they not going to make it so damn flickery seizure alerty? I hope so, because her animation really needed some help. Let me see. Please note the overall limited summer periods. Change previously announced. An issue where 5-star artifact Proof of Love was not applied to the tooltip. Sword of Flowers. An improvement to the UI. Substats. Equipment. An issue where soundtrack list failed to play. Content tags. Icons. An issue where dingy convenience store uniform vest. A main reward for such size story displayed incorrectly. Item information will be fixed. Yes! Let's go! Because it was so stupid that it was a resist set without resistance on it. It was so stupid. So this is good. They're actually making that armor not garbage. Okay. Hope it rolls well for you guys. A feature that plays illustration lobby entry animation with. Okay, that's great. Where's the bunnies?
Bunnies as forgotten as Brynnis.
Right, for real. Where's the bunnies? Are they really leaving it in where the only way to complete the event is to buy the $100 pack? That is crazy. I mean, I know they added this new pack that's got some bunnies in it, but it's only 10 bunnies. It's not enough. Right? We're looking at this come on, page. This bunny pack right here. How many times can you buy it? You can only buy it once. In the sale period, it's only 10 additional bunnies.
You spend 1,900 sky stones to get 20 of them.
It says once within the sale period. You can only buy it once. So it's not enough. That you're still short unless you actually spend money. All this means is now you don't have to buy the $100 pack, you can buy some of the cheaper packs. There's other packs as well. You want to add it up, guys? We'll add it up. So you get 4 weeks. That's 28 days. That's 56 bunnies from doing your daily login. Right? 56. You get your 10 bunnies from that. That's 66 bunnies. You do these every day. That's another, or how many times can you do this? You can do this 10 times, right? So that's another 10. That's 76 bunnies. Where are you getting your last 4 bunnies from?
$50 to $100 to get free bonus Elsons.
Where are you getting your last 4 bunnies from? You gotta buy a $50 pack. All they did is change it from you have to buy a $100 pack to changing it to you have to buy a $50 pack. You still have to buy a pack to complete it. You just don't have to buy the $100 one. Now you gotta buy the $50 one. Unless they plan to add yet another pack later. It's not okay, guys. This still has you short. Was there anything else in the update section? That's it. Okay, so Successor Taeyou. What's going on with my light? How about that? Okay, Successor Taeyou. Let's see what we got here.
Do you doubt my skills too? Come, let me teach you your place. I never thought I'd end up using it here. That desperate to bleed?
Taeyou is the one who rose to the title of #1 at Gone High after the disbanding of the biker gang Sura. Because of his shrouded past, many questioned his skills and stepped up to challenge him. However, when the day of the duel arrived, they either vanished without a trace or were mysteriously expelled. Now, no one dares approach him, wary of his ever-present blade and the dreadful whispers that surround him. Rumors are that he is the successor to one of the region's clans and has even left a body in his wake.
Okay, so what do you guys think? How you feeling about his look and animation? I'll be honest with you, I am not a fan of Taeyou at all. I dislike his character, I dislike his story, but they made him look pretty good. Right? I think they made him look pretty good here. And his animation's pretty decent too.
Rose to the title gang Sura. Because of his
Excuse me. This is pretty good.
When the day of the duel arrived, they either vanished without a trace or were mysteriously expelled. Now, no one dares approach him.
If you're going to build a husbando, make him edgy. I like it. Okay, what do we got?
Successor Taeyou is...
Okay, so he's a light Libra warrior.
Are you that desperate to breed? I swear that's what I hear.
Jesus Christ. So, light Libra warrior. Sue's always told me that Libra means pretty balanced stats. No stats that are insanely high, no stats that are insanely low, but it does look like he's got pretty good attack. It's not super fast, not super slow. No real damage boosts down here. Okay. Oh, and everything he does boosts attack. Okay, okay.
is a 5-star light elemental warrior. He has high health and attack, and can increase his attack further through his imprint concentration. Skill 2, Spirit Invocation. Starts the first battle with up to 60 fighting spirit.
Okay, fighting spirit unit. So immediately we get
Monkey's
hosed.
pregnancy test. Hellion Lua makes sense now. Thanks, Moon.
Okay, so starts the battle with 40 fighting spirits. So that means he gets hard cucked by Sea Phantom Politis and Elvira. So anything that you would use against Child Senya's passive is going to work against this guy. So he starts out with 60 fighting spirit after it's molded. When the combat readiness of an enemy is decreased, gains fighting spirit equal to the amount of combat readiness reduced. Well, that's interesting. So anybody that does a 40% CR pushback is going to get them right to 100% combat readiness, right? And I would assume that means units like Abyssal Euphine and Fire Politis are going to reduce that too, because they reduce. No, they only reduce push-up. They don't reduce push-back. That's interesting. Yeah, if you use Zeo to S3 and push somebody back, that's gonna tag him too. When fighting spirit is full, at the end of the turn, consumes all fighting spirit. When fighting spirit is full, at the end of a turn, not his turn, I guess the end of anybody's turn, consumes all fighting spirit, increases the combat race of the caster by 100%, and grants possession for 2 turns. So, Zeo S3s, pushes somebody back 40%, that gives him the fighting spirit. Zeo's turns ends, and boom, he shoots right to the front. And gets possession. That's pretty cool. Does that mean he's going to be like Harsetti's best friend, right? Because you can't use Zeo into Harsetti, because if you use Zeo into Harsetti, it's going to push somebody back, and that's going to have him push up, and yikes.
Amount of comes all fighting spirit, increasing
Oh, they're even
combat
showing it
readiness
with
of the
Zeo here.
caster by 100%.
Yes, when the combat readiness of an enemy is decreased, Byakko, so your Zeo S3's their Harsetti, and he gets the push. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm misreading it. I'm misreading it. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. This makes him really good into Hars. This is yet another Harsetti counter. Okay, so let me place in my head, right? Enemy's got Harsetti on the team. You S3 with Zeo. You push Harsetti back 40%. That pushes your Taeyou up, guaranteeing the cut. Even if they have Abyssal Euphine or somebody to cut combat race in half, it's 100% CR push. A 50% CR push will probably get them ahead of everybody anyway. So this gives us another answer to Harsetti that's not just Frida. Another combo unit to run with Zeo that's not just Frida. So all the people that missed out on Frida, maybe this is another option, right?
To the amount of combat readiness fighting spirit, increasing combat readiness of the caster by 100% and granting possession for 2 turns.
So there's a pushback and up he goes.
Skill.
Okay, skill 3 unleashes power, dispelling 2 buffs from all enemies with a 60,
Let's
70.
be real. Enemy has Harsetti. US3 with Zeo. Harsetti resists. Taeyou doesn't move. You cry, go next.
Yeah, it is what it is. You can't build teams around 15%. It's a hard mechanic. So unleashes power, dispelling 2 debuffs from all enemies, a 60% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. 60, 60, 65, 75, 70, 75, 80. God damn it. 85% chance defense break. I love 15%. Good job, Epic 7. Before granting invincibility to caster for 1 turn, okay, when the caster is granted possession, extends the buff duration of the caster by 1 turn, grants an extra turn. Okay, so if you push up, you get possession. You can S3, get 2-turn invincibility, get another attack, and you still have your invincibility for 1 more turn. That's why it does the extension, is so that the extra turn doesn't just cuck you out of your invincibility and doesn't ruin your possession. Soulburn ignores effect resistance. Who cares? It's still 15%. It's still 15%. God, you're killing me. This right here is the same as 100% chance. You Soulburn to make him work like a unit that says debuffs 100% chance, but 15% still on the table. It does make it a little bit more consistent. You're taking 1 of the 15% checks out, but actively he has 2 15% checks, right? A 15% for the skill to work and a 15% to be resisted, unless you dump 20 souls. God, can you imagine dumping 20 souls to get rid of 1 of the 15% checks and the other 15% check gets you? God, I hate this. This is a cleave unit. This is clearly a cleave unit. And they're setting it up to have RNG. And the one thing you can't afford with cleave units is that much RNG.
Skill 3, Azure Phantom, unleashes power, dispelling 2 buffs from all enemies, and up to an 85% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns, before granting invincibility to the caster for 1 turn. When the caster is granted possession, extends buff
Okay,
duration
so he's soul
of the caster
burned.
by 1 turn.
Does he get
and grants an
15%?
extra
It'll be
turn.
hilarious if he gets 15%.
When 20 soul is consumed, ignores effect resistance.
He got 15%. He got 15%, guys. Look at that. Realism in our demo video. He's soulburned to ignore ER and he still got 15%. Not because of resistance. He got 15% because it's an 85% chance for the skill to actually work.
Skill 1.
Okay, so your passive lets you take a turn. Your S3, when you have possession, gives you an extra turn, so I'm expecting something impressive out of the S1. He needs something impressive. Attacks the enemy with the spear, decreasing combat readiness by 20%. I would assume that counts towards his focus stacking. A successful attack will always result in a critical hit. Oh, nice. He doesn't need any crit. That's going to make him a lot easier to build. When this skill is used, if it was not triggered by a dual attack, the caster's grand possession activates roaring spirit fall instead. Okay, so that's a lot of words. Basically, he's saying if you use this skill and it wasn't from a dual attack and he's got possession, this skill happens. But instead of just saying on his turn, they're just saying no dual attacks. So counter attacks will still proc this, which means might be angling him towards a counter set. Roaring Spirit, I want to say Spitfall. Roaring Spirit Fall increases attack for 2 turns before attacking the enemy by striking from above. A successful attack always results in a crit. This does not trigger a dual attack, and it's just all stacking damage. This skill's got to have huge mods for this to be good. It's got to have good mods for this to be a good skill. How much damage does it do?
If it was not Spirit Fall instead. 4 attacks the enemy by striking from above. A successful attack always
into a
results
defense
in
break, mind you.
This skill
25k into a defense break with Merciless Glutton. But Arius is in play, right? So this is actually like 33k damage, right? Yeah, 33, 35k damage. Was it Proof of Valor on him?
From above. A successful
Oh, it's Proof of Valor too. Okay, that actually hits really heckin' hard. It's a defense break though, guys. I'm always skeptical. I'll have to do the math on it and see, but you know, clearly it's designed to nuke whatever he puts a defense break on. It reminds me a lot of Bystander Hua Young, right? She kills anything that's got a defense break on it. that's just the way, you know, her mods are just that high. But without a defense break,
25,000 Dwithpov and 25% Aureus on Crow.
yeah, we covered that. But still, that's all into a defense break, right? That haste had like 300 or 400 defense. I'm not necessarily impressed into a defense break.
Like and subscribe to TristenWulf. 1 like equals more revenue for Wolf Dad and more cool videos.
Does not trigger a dual attack.
Okay.
Never thought I'd end up using it here.
The purported top dog of Gone High, shrouded in a haze of rumors. Players will be able to meet Successor Taeyou through the Mystic Summon starting March 13th. Thank you.
Is he gonna be OP? I think if there's no there's immunity. I mean, he strips, so I'm not worried about immunity. If you play Zio, he's got a lot of potential because he's gonna let you cut. Unless you're gonna stack Poly and Abyssal Euphine on the same team and find that magic person who doesn't like ban both of those, he gets a turn after Zio goes. But if somebody bans Zio, you still gotta go first with a unit that pushes back. And you know, I don't know, guys. It feels really heckin' niche, right? You got to get Zio or C Poly through to get the pushbacks. Yeah, or Eligos, sure, to get the pushbacks, and then build a team around those 3 units with other units. Green Litica, come on, Biako, say real units. And then they either just ban him or they ban your opener. Or they just slam some counters. They slam Elvira. They slam their own C Poly. I don't know, guys. I'll wait and see how the Masters of RTA cook with it, but I think he looks really heckin' situational. On top of it all, having the 15%, you gotta pack a book. I mean, I guess your Zio would have a book, but if you didn't get to pick Zio,
units to justify keeping ban protect. So Taewhoasked marketing strategy 101. I cannot.
you really think? You think it's them trying to continue to justify ban protection? Maybe.
Watch and learn.
Okay, no.
To
Wait,
protect those
he's CV gets 15%ed again. Oh, it's the same damn fight. Are they really showing the same fight twice in a row? God damn it, Smilegate.
The water slide is this way.
Not fear.
Be the
We have another fight by chance?
You and me. Let's do this.
Okay.
Not even worth unleashing my power.
Okay, no defense break into Arius. Through Indomitable, still did 18k damage. His S1 hits pretty heckin' hard. Oh. Wait, how was there no arcs?
Please, don't treat me like a child.
You and me.
Oh, he used his S3, no Arius
Not
effect.
even worth unleashing my
Okay,
power.
so no Arius. I mean, it's still, even no Arius, guys, it's still 18k damage into a super tanky Ilnov. It's decent damage. It hits harder than Hua Young hits, with the exception of it being a light unit. The damage is fine, guys. Especially if this guy's on counter, he's going to really chip people away. You think Destro? I think probably... I think you're probably right. I think you want him to hit really, really hard. I think he's too soft to run a counter build on. I think Lifesteal is something you run for a sustain unit. And look at his team, guys. He's not fighting a He's not fighting with a sustain team. You could try it. I'm thinking I think Destropen Sigurds or Destropen Golden Rose, something like that.
Remember that possession gives him counter.
They should stack though. Possession is a different source of counter than counter, so that's even more chances to counter. I don't know. We'll see what the chefs cook up, guys. I'm not super excited about him. I think he'll be fun, but I don't think he's going to be meta shifting. But that's just my my knee-jerk reaction to it. I could totally be wrong. What else have we got? Oh, and just the update review.
I never thought I'd end up using it here. You saw with your own eyes.
Mr. Taeyou!
Spread word of my true power.
More prongo killing. The UI improvements you guys have been asking for so long are finally here. You get to see how many rolls went into each stat. I know.
He also has 75% free at on those hits from at buff and possession.
This is what we've all been waiting for. This is the UI improvement. I think everybody said this on the survey. Everybody said, you know what, screw penguin sliders. We don't need gear loadouts. We want to see where the rolls go when we're rolling gear. So this UI improvement. Yeah, this UI improvement hits hard, guys. Crazy HSR had this before E7. Raid has this. I believe Genshin has this. I think Etheria has this. Isn't it sad when the UI improvement is the UI catch-up? Don't pull on either of these banners. Guys, hang on. This guy's spam calling me. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I read both chat. Guys, your chats are right here. The screen I read off of has all your stuff together. Just when I'm doing these unit reviews, I don't read a lot of chat because I'm usually recording, doing this for recordings. And it's enough to edit out all of the text to speeches. Angel of Light Angelica, though, as if RTA wasn't annoying enough, now there's going to be more AOLs out there. That's it, man. All 45 seconds. Nice. It's really not that bad from a content standpoint, right? Ancient Inheritance is good for guild activity, focusing on getting guilds to stack people into them, which will also, getting seats filled in guilds through AI is nice to help with the new Guild War system that's supposedly launching. Finally, we finally get our long overdue custom group summon so people can summon for the units they want. It gets this out of the way, paving the way for them to actually do a Laya rerun eventually for the people that want that. And an ML5 who looks like it's skippable. Right? It's one who looks like it's really good and really, really strong, but not a must-have, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that the balance team seems to actually be focused on balance again, right? Bystander Hua Young. really, really good, but doesn't unhinge the game. ML Taeyou looks really, really good, but I don't think he's going to unhinge the game. Even Peyra, who is one of the top units, one of the highest win rate units out there, still doesn't have the feeling of unhinging the game to a lot of people. I think she kind of does, but, you know, either people have just decided that they don't like playing that way, or they're able to play around it, but people have been coming. But yeah, we haven't had a Harsetti or an ML Luna in a long time, and I'm kind of okay with that. I hope that this trend continues. Especially when these units seem to be specifically designed to screw over those units, right? The Taeyou seems to be yet another tool in the war against Harsettis, which is great. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment. God damn it!
And cry, SG buffs him, and we get a lure to point 0 situation on our hands. Maybe.
People aren't going to cry and buff him. He is strong. His kit is good. He hits like a truck. But, I don't think people like Taeyou enough to care about asking for him to be buffed. He's a guy. He won't get buffed. Very good point, Nix. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. We'll start disabling. I'm going to raise the price of the text-to-speech to like 100,000 points. You guys are killing me. I'll pull for them, but I'm not going to spend for them, right? I will do, I'm going to put like, yeah, I'll have 4 pulls. I'll do 4 pulls for him, but I'm not going to spend Skystones refreshing the shop for him. Not going to happen. But man, we're going to have to put out a tier list and a half, right? Maybe we'll work on that tonight. Tonight is the bounce patch, and who would you guys like to see if I could get to be on tonight to work on a tier list? Maybe I'll see if Valky's always good with tier lists. I'll see if I can get Valky involved. Yeah. I'll see if I can get Valky involved, and that'll be like a big focus of the post-maintenance podcast. Is we'll build a tier list because Valky plays standard and aggro really well. I play cleave, and Sue plays tank down and slower standard. So I think between the 3 of us, we would get a pretty good balanced opinion on what a good custom group summon tier list would look like. Something that's pretty diverse. Well, there'll be a VOD, Biako, don't you worry. Valky or Kana? Kana doesn't play the game. Kana logs in once in a blue moon to make a video. I haven't seen Kana play in a while. I miss Kana. He was fun. But it does look like Kana's doing really well over at Zenless, so happy he got out and is able to move on to better things. Suda's tank down? Yeah, Sue he's been trying to cleave lately because he got some speed gear, but that's his first love, right? It's playing units like Fallen Cecilia and Dragon King not Dragon King Shuna, Dragon Bride Senya, if he ever gets her. It's why he constantly complains about not having Dragon Bride Senya. She is like the most important unit for the way he plays. Soon as 241 counter Ameru. Yuck. Sue's bystander Hua Young is insane too. Are we getting cooked on this guild war? I don't know. Who are we fighting? Siesta? I hope not. They just went in hard and fast. They're already down to 24 and they're not over 10,000. I think we're fine. They're running out of steam. We're just getting started. Let's see. That'll do. And up here... What do you think? Is it a C poly?
Tis that he is really weak on survivability. He doesn't have Celine Roach passive. And if there is a C poli, Elvira, or 15%, he becomes a liability cause. He can't take a turn. He can die to anything in the game since he would requie health high.
I liked it when you said, he can die. Yeah, that's why I don't think people are saying put him on lifesteal, put him on counter. I was like, I don't think he's got the chops to do that. I think you put him on destro, you build him nuclear, and you just cleave with him. He's not an aggro unit, he's a cleave unit. And cleave is really fucking hard in 2025. So I'm not that impressed. Should I do C poly here, or should I do Elvira? Elvira kind of permanently shuts this down, and then I can just chew through this nice and slow. I think I'll do Elvira.
Did they give the new Galaxy Corn Shop rotation?
Yep, it's Last Rider Crow is the only thing interesting in there. It was Last Rider Crow and fuck. Flan and Lulu.
Successor Taeyou comes out with a 15% missing on his S3 just so Smilegate can give him an E.
You think it's future-proofing him for an EE? I don't know. I think Smilegate thinks that 15% isn't a compelling, enjoyable aspect of their game. That would be pretty funny. Injured Granny shouldn't hit it very hard anymore. Easy game. I don't know, man. Top model Lulika's really good, and Last Rider Crow's really good too. It's just, you know, it's only but if you have those units or you don't play play tank down or cleave. Alrighty. Easy game. Yeah, free unequip should be out by now. It's 12 hours before maintenance. Oh shit. I fucking missed. No, or sealed, passive sealed. That's just a giga tanky Eufiend. Holy crap. How much health does that Eufiend have? Whew. I don't think he's dog shit. I just think he's like an arena Guild War unit. I think he's going to be really hard to use in RTA. Hey, look, it's the exact same team we just fought. And down here is... just making sure it didn't have penetration in it. I didn't think she was a pen unit. Does Light really think Taeyou's like giga busted broken? Because that's freaking hilarious that he and I never see eye to eye on units. I think he's situationally very good. We got to see how people cook it up. You have to build an entire team around him because that's, yeah. I mean, he's a cleave unit, and that's the way Light likes to play. So, kind of makes sense. That's a little bit more reasonable.
SG is not gonna run Lyra this year, which means we are also not gonna get her on group summons this year. They are trying really hard to make it impossible to get Sweet Miracle.
Nah, they'll run her as soon as the group summon's over. I'm not going to get countered to death. Is that what's going to happen here? Son of a bitch. I'm going to get countered to death. Holy shit.
Make a collab unit for more collab units. Then Lyra rerun and get Rip Bozo.
Is there a way in Fribbles to save build on all heroes at once? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean, Sanka. I mean, when you do the import, it'll import all your current builds, if that's what you mean. Yes, group summons have all units that have had 2 or more banners that are not collab. That means no Laya, that means no Frida, that means no Fene, that means no Tori, nothing that's only had 1 banner. Yep, no Asflan. She's only had 1 banner. And no Laya, because Laya's only had 1 banner. Yes, Hazama, but not on Luna, if that's what you mean, because the Luna ignores the first thing that Zio does, and the first thing Zio does is a strip. So because her S3 ignores the strip, immunity can't be removed. And that's why Luna was kind of supposed to be an answer for openers into Zio. my god, with the pop-ups. Well, 6 months old is kind of a... That kind of doesn't matter. Nobody gets 2 banners in a 6-month window. Look at all this no Harsetti stuff going on here.
Zeo buff. Sauburn increase CR by 20% for your team.
Who has higher value in the current Galaxy Shop rotation? Shu, ML Shu. She's got really good value there. Holy sacrifice. Is it worth it for me to get ML Ludwig without ML Luna? I think you can run ML Ludwig with Zeo just fine.
First time using this feature. I just wanted to say that your streams really help to get me through life. I have been suffering a lot in life, so thank you. Keep doing what you love. Stay epic, Tristen smiley face.
Thank you, thank you. And what I love is setting this child on fire. Let's see. Where is Ahmed in relation? Okay, everything's good here. Let's do this. You heard me. Anybody got some kerosene and a match? Oh my god, every time. Check out those souls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This team, Aras, ML Tori, ML Rat, Rowana. That sounds like a lot of work. How about instead we set Mort on fire? Oh no, he came back. Let's set him on fire again. Let's set Harsetti on fire. Let's set Senya on fire, just like her village. More fire. Oh, shit. I didn't expect her to get that turn. Poof. Pool floaty of death. Ripped village. Bread almost beat the fire. Yeah, one of these days I'll do like a triple torrent Frida. So boring to do the same team twice. this isn't the ideal team for it, but I don't want to do the same team twice. It's boring. Where are you? Your placement's perfect. Perfect. Ahmed is so good for this Rylet team, because Rylet gets a 50% CR push off his S3 and Ahmed gives him swift action, so you basically get a free S3. Who do you think are the 3 best units to pick from the custom summon? You'll have to tune in for tonight's podcast, where we'll be making a tier list and discussing all of that. Cop-out answer, I know. I really have to think about it. Hang on one second here, because we need this Mork to just vanish. That's some damage. Sue's a regular, and I'll see if we can get Valky too. Valky would be nice because his takes on RTA are different than mine and Sue, so it would be, I think the 3 of us working on a tier list would be really good. Do we do it? Chop, chop. She'll do her no bullying thing. We should survive this, right? We got skill and all. Yeah. Look at all the dead children. Easy game, guys. Who stole his Shepherd of the Hollow? BBK, I think. With his soul burns, he maxes out Shepherd so fast it does insane, or he maxes out Talisman so fast he does crazy damage and has like 90% evasion.
I just silenced Luna with Harseti's Sira Ren artifact. If she has skill effect built-in immunity, how does that work?
Artifacts proc after skills, so you oh no, it wouldn't. Hang on. You was did you is it your opening attack? You just raw S3'd? I mean, it's not possible. It's not possible. Her strip would have pulled it, and Sierra Ren doesn't strip, so yeah. It doesn't matter. Does her S1 strip? I don't think her S1 strips. Yeah, there's no way that happened. That or somebody else got rid of the skill and all. Somebody else did a skill that took the skill and all passive out. It's not every attack, it's just the first round. This is a dumb defense. Yeah, her S3 stripped and then the artifact procs. Artifacts proc after skills. The order of operation is skills, then artifacts. So she S3'd, that got rid of skill null, then the artifact procced. Yep. Yeah, you do need like a freaking chart to keep track of the order of operations in this game. Yeah, artifacts proc on a miss. They don't bypass evasion, they just proc on a miss. One for you. Ooh, beefy boy. And that should kill everybody except for Ilanov. Oh, shit. Houston, we have a problem. My Luna's not going to cut. There's no way. My S2 should kill this and give me skill null. If I don't defense break here, we're in trouble. Resistance. The Taeyou review, you missed it, but I'll put a video up on it. My take on it is I'm not overly impressed. He looks like a Guild War unit or a very, very niche cleave setup unit, but I do hear some cleavers are pretty excited about him, so we'll see. I don't think he's functional in aggro. I think he's just cleave. Okay, what can we do better here? Let's try this. Ironically, could be a bruiser. I don't think he's got the stats for it. He's got no built-in self-mitigation, and his HP and defense are really, really mid. I don't think you can bruiser him. I think he'll just die. I mean, you can wait. If you're a slow player, I think Dilibet's gonna be better for you, but that's your call. I'd hate to tell you Dilibet's going to be better and then have Taeyou just be amazing. Maybe if you can hold out, wait until tonight's podcast, and we get Sue and Valky hopefully in here where we can go over the possible uses based on their styles of play. Even with 0 crit invested, I think so. I mean, it's going to be like building a super tanky bystander Hua Youngs. Like, you can do it, but she's not going to do much damage. And at that point in time, why aren't you just playing other units? But I don't know. Let me see. He is already silenced, so I don't need to do anything about that. It would be nice if I can get you low enough. That's good. Now you'll die. And it'd be nice if I can get you low enough. Chomp, chomp. And damn it, calm down, Mort. Stupid barriers. Okay. Poof! Good old Gunther. Oh my god. This fucking Mort. Just die already. He's so conditional, right? He requires a unit pull Gunther. God damn it. I'm gonna go get soloed by a child. He requires the unit to push back to make him do his things. So you've got to get a... you got to get that unit through. And you've got to make sure the enemy doesn't pick any of the things that shut off Fighting Spirit. And you need to make sure you get an opener through who pushes back, and there's only a few of those. There's just a lot of conditions. Imagine Gunther missing. Gunther never misses. Yeah, they're 100% CR pushes, so it'll be Zio, or sorry, it's extra turn, so yeah, it'll be Zio. If it was 100% push, then it could be Taeyou, Rowana, Taeyou, but it's not 100% push, it's an extra turn on his S3. ML Taeyou looks great for me. If you like cleaving, I think he's a nice tool for the tool belt. I'm not convinced he's going to change too much, but we'll see. It's 100% push to himself. I'm sorry, it's 100% push. Do we need to look at the skill again, guys? Grants an extra turn, not gives him 100% push. It's grants an extra turn. So Rowana will not cut him between soul burning this. He soul burns this, then he goes again. Oh, you're talking about... Okay, I thought you were talking about working off of his S3. You're talking about Zio goes, Rowana takes a turn, then he goes... Okay, so at the start of the battle, 60%, 100%. They both get 100%. No, Zio's going to proc her first. So yeah, Rowana will go. Then he'll go. But then how's Rowana go again? Exactly. Zio procs Rowana, or she procs, or he procs Rowana. Rowana still only gets to go once. I don't see a way to get Rowana to go twice in the opening sequence. If Taeyou is in the front, then Zio goes, then that pushes him up by 100% and pushes Rowana up by 100%. Depending on which one was furthest down the CR bar is going to determine which one goes first. So probably Rowana's probably going to be slower, so Taeyou's going to go. Then Taeyou's going to use his S3, extra turn to his S1, and then Rowana takes her very first and last turn. Rowana still only goes once. Only goes once. Taeyou won't push again until he takes another turn. I'm just saying there's no difference in the number of turns Rowana takes, whether you have Zio in the front or whether you have Taeyou in the front. If the Soulburn was give himself 100% CR push, then sure, you could abuse the shit out of that. No, Rowana won't go and give Taeyou the turn because Rowana... God damn it. You're wanting to use Rowana for the pushback, right? You're wanting to have Zio or Zio in the front to push Rowana up. No, and then Rowana does the pushback to bring Taeyou up, and then Taeyou goes and brings Rowana back up. Yeah, so you're not. So you're putting Zio in the front, or you're putting Zio in the front to trigger Rowana, but you're not using Zio's S3. Is that what you're saying? Because you're not pushing back with Zio. You're having Zio just exist so that Rowana takes a turn and then Rowana pushes back and that's what pushes Taeyou up. I mean, you can, but you're basically taking Zio out of play for a round. You're saving his S3 for the next turn. No, Taeyou is in the front. The first pushback gives Taeyou the turn. What's the first pushback if Taeyou's in the front? Okay, so Zio pushback, Taeyou pushes up, Rowana pushes up. Taeyou does his skills, Rowana does her skills. Now what? Where's the additional push on Rowana? Zio. And then Taeyou takes a turn. Taeyou takes a turn. Rowana goes. No fighting spirit to push again. Exactly. I don't see where the additional turn is coming from. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling it, but we'll let the chefs cook on it. I don't think it's going to change it. Oh, duh. A-Lots is the fourth unit to push Taeyou up again. It's right. It's Lots, A-Lots, Zio, Taeyou. There's your cleave. Why are people suggesting it's a Bleach collab? Because people are desperate to think that Smogate's collabing with Bleach. And who knows? They might be. But they think he looks kind of like a unit from Bleach. He's got that aesthetic, I guess. Does his S2 have a cooldown? It does not. Just, yeah, it's just every time combat readiness pushback happens, he gets more fighting spirit. What's possession do? It activates other skills. When he's granted possession, he gets a buff extension and grants an extra turn. With his S1, when he's got possession, it does this roaring spitfall.
Cha.
It has built-in counterattack. No stat increase. He doesn't need crit, so he's got a lot of built-in stats because everything automatically crits. Possession increases attack by 25%, counterattacks when suffering a critical hit. So there you go. It does give possession does give 25% more attack, and it gives you a built-in counter when you are crit. In addition to the other things that it says it does in the skill, like triggering this when he has that skill. Zio, Taeyou, Rowana. How's Taeyou going again? It's only a 40%. He'll be at 40%. Guys, the 40% pushback. This will get him up to... He starts with 40. I'm sorry, he starts with 60, Zio pushes back, that's 100%, it activates the CR push. Now Rowana pushes back, now he's back to 40%. He's not getting back to 100 fighting spirit immediately. It's at the start of the first battle, not at the end of his turn he gets 40 fighting spirit. when the combat race of an enemy is decreased. Motherfucker, you're right. So, if you tag all 3 enemies with it... Zio pushes back, Taeyou goes up, Rowana goes up, Taeyou does his bullshit, goes to the back of the line, Rowana does her bullshit, and if she successfully pushes all 3 back, Taeyou could go again. Yeah. 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 It would work until they ban your Requiem Rowana, and then you don't get that interaction, or they run Abyssal Euphine and you don't get the pushes, or they pick any of the multiple anti-fighting spirit units, and that doesn't work. But yeah, in Guild Wars, that would be or in a regular banner arena, that would be amazing. But that's, I mean, that's a lot of stuff to set up. Yeah, what happens when they ban Zio? And you've got a slow-ass Taeyou activating a slow-ass Rowana. I don't know, man.
Taeyou doesn't get fighting spirit if he attacks with boosted S1.
It wouldn't matter. He'll get plenty from Rowana. It's an interesting idea, but anytime you have to use the word if more than like 3 times in a sentence, good luck making that happen. Good luck having your enemy let you make that happen. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's an interesting unit. And any unit that makes people cook up ideas, I'm about, right? Any unit that's not boring, that you know, brings people to the table thinking about things. I love it. Here's the reference to the Bleach collab. I'll be honest with you, I've never watched Bleach. I tried. I couldn't get into it. Just wasn't my thing. But anybody else seeing what they mean by this being a reference to Bleach collab?
The 5 pieces of Exodia on my first turn. Surely Taeyou will work just as easily copium.
Any Bleach fans seeing it here? Could be a hint then, huh? That's more than just kinda, guys. Like, right? I'm not the only one seeing this, right? I don't think we need a tinfoil hat for this one, guys. It makes you look weak. Yeah, guys. Think you're getting...
Taeyou wishes he could be even a 10 as cool as Aizen.
I don't know, guys. I think you're getting your Bleach collab. Don't use such strong words. It only makes you look weak. Don't use such strong words. It only makes you look weak. Guys, come on. Come on. It's cope? There's no way it's cope. I don't... Like, coincidences are real, right? Coincidences happen all the fucking time, but I don't ever trust a coincidence, and this is a lot of coincidences. This is way too many coincidences to ignore, guys. Way too many coincidences to ignore. Are you kidding me? Don't use such strong words, it makes you look weak. Don't use such strong words, it makes you look weak. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. I know a Bleach collab is one of the more popular ones being asked for, so we'll see. Alrighty. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up a little bit early because I need to reach out to some people about tonight's podcast. I need to finalize my contract with Raid and get some videos laid out for that. I need to prep an Ancient Inheritance series. I suddenly have a whole bunch of stuff on my plate, so I'm going to cut it out a little bit early and get started on all of that. Yeah, AI tier list, custom group summon tier list, whole bunch of shit dropped in my lap. Plus, work's beating me up too. So yeah, I'm gonna bounce, and I appreciate you guys being here. But we will be on tonight for the post maintenance podcast. I'll try to line up a couple of RTA gurus so we can talk about ML Taeyou, his place in the game, and how we're gonna do what I recommend for the custom group summon, and if we think this is just a coincidence that they use the exact same wording. Be one hell of a troll. Alright, guys. Let's see who's streaming right now. Let's go see what Elf Mage says about Mr. Taeyou, and I will catch you guys next time. And by next time, I mean later tonight. Have a good one, everybody.
Okay.